You know, Shannon, when I first was an idiot, when I got my money,
Yeah.
I had like 3 or 4 cars. And Dr. J says, how many of those cars can you drive at the same time? I said, what do you mean? He says, how many of those cars you got to drive at the same time? I says, 1. He says, well, why you got 4? He said, Chuck, this money got to last you for the rest of your life. He says, this money got to last you the rest of your life. It's not the fact that you can't afford that car.
Right.
It's the fact that $300,000 you spent on that Bentley, if you bought a car for $70,000 or $80,000, you would have had $200,000 more in the bank, and it would have been growing and growing. And then 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, that $200,000 is going to be worth a lot more. I don't want you to be on that list. What list is that? 80% of professional athletes go broke. I don't want you on that fucking list.
Where are they now?
Yeah, well, like, yo, this money, you're 20. Mm-hmm. When you're 55, how much money you going to have left? Mm-hmm. That's the key.
Especially living life. If you're living a lifestyle right now, don't you want to live that lifestyle for the rest of your life?
Yes. Yo, man, I've been in your situation. I wasted money on cars. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, man. Because when you waste money on cars, you're really just trying to impress other people.
Correct.
That's what you're doing. That's like, when I used to have nice cars, they said, what kind of rims you going to put on it? I said, what do you mean? They're like, put some rims on it. I said, so if I put rims on it, I'm really trying to impress other people, because I actually can't see the rims when I'm in the car. That's what I tell them. I said, you know I can't see the rims when I'm in the car.
Right.
So I'm really, that's what Doc said. He said, so you're really trying to impress other people.
Right.
You don't have to impress people. They already know who the hell you are. Herm Edwards, who's somebody I really like and admire, he says, you can have 1 car. You don't need 5. You don't need a bunch of houses.
No.
He says, I live by the 1 model. You need 1. That's good enough. And like I say, and the young black kids, and I'm talking to them, man, save your money.
Yes.
And another thing, you don't have to take care of all your family and friends. For some reason, black people, myself included, I used to be like, my financial people told me, why are you taking care of 7, 8 people? I'm like, well, he said, no. No, you don't have to take care of everybody.
Right.
Because you're going to go broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so no, I tell these young kids, yo, man, if you want to do something nice for your mom and dad, you want to do something nice for a brother or sister, that's fine. They don't have to be on the payroll.
Right.
You don't, you don't owe them. That was their job to take care of you. But if you want to do something nice for them, that's fine. Do not start taking care of your family and friends, because number one, they're never going to stop, and it's going to ruin all your relationships. Mm-hmm. I said, what do you mean? He says, when you start giving people money, they're never going to ask you for money one time.
Right.
But she said, the second thing is, no matter what you do for them, the first time you tell them no, they hate you. And I said, what? And I had to learn. People who I have been giving money to, the first time I told them no, they like, no, we're not friends anymore. Yeah. That was a tough and painful lesson for me. Because what people don't understand, everybody on an NBA team or NFL team ain't making a lot of money.
True.
Or ain't gonna play a lot of years.
10, 15.
The average, in both sports, the average year is about 4 years. Mm-hmm. Those are guys who need a Junior Bridgman. Mm-hmm. That's like, I was watching the draft last night, and this always annoys me about young kids. I was like, these dudes got Louis Vuitton shirts.
Iced out.
And I don't mind a little ice, but too much ice. They got Dior shoes. I says, they do know that money ain't gonna last forever, right? Get you a pair of Nikes. I'm not paying for no Dior shoes.